Renner is attempting to come back with this new podcast, but it's the worst podcast ever. I'll watch it.
Hey, man, look. Ed Hardy robe on me. You know what I'm saying? I took the yellow, gold, white, gold piece off. You know what I'm saying? The heirloom joint. But hey, man, look. Check me out, right? You know how I get down. It's 3:33 in the morning. You know what I'm saying? We working. You catch my drift? While motherfuckers asleep, we working. You see what I'm saying? We working. Then I gotta get up in the morning at not in the morning, but you know what I mean, afternoon. Well, I gotta get up in the morning and go to work in the afternoon, 1 o'clock to 9. So wish me luck, go get that money, free money. Whoop whoop. So yeah, man, make sure y'all motherfuckers tune in, subscribe to the channel. What else, man? Oh, let me tell y'all what the fuck is going on. Brittany Renner has started a podcast. We gonna listen to Flacco and see what the fuck he got to say. He finna give us all the details. Flacco be having all the details. So we're gonna go ahead and listen to him, man, see what the fuck going on. But supposedly Brittany Renner has started a podcast. She's turned Muslim. Like just weird shit. These women, these people be weird as fuck. Niggas, bitches, they just be weird, bro. Please stay in the house and stay to yourself. If you go outside, go with your people, your collective of people, and just stay to yourselves. Stop dealing with these weirdos, dog. These people are weird.
So
how you turn Muslim and now you
but you take nothing from this podcast, bro. Like you learn nothing. There's nothing to draw from this. Like when one of the episodes, she literally admitted that she lies about reading books.
People have asked me,
the fuck?
What books have I read to get here? I don't read many books. Bro. I like to have my own thoughts, come to my own conclusion. I love people and I love conversation. I love learning and bouncing perspective. But books, I'm like, there's a lot of books I bought on my Kindle. Read a few pages, I'm done.
Come on, bro. Like, what are we doing here? Like, what are we?
She gotta be trolling right now, bro.
And the reason why people is asking her what books she enjoyed to read or what books have helped her the most is because she has done content at Barnes & Noble. She has done content surrounding books, but she would admit that all of that is performative and her just trying to look different.
Same with just going to Barnes & Noble. I like the cover. It seems like a good idea, but I'm not even going to crack it open. It's, I don't know, maybe just for the plot and for my character being dramatic, and I'm so different. I'm in Barnes & Noble buying books.
I don't know about y'all, bro, but somebody who changes their personality this often, I don't trust. I don't want to hear from. I want nothing useful from. This woman literally admitted, right, that she lied about reading books, and she goes to Barnes & Nobles and record content in Barnes & Nobles so she could kind of develop the character of a girl who likes to read books. But the problem is, she doesn't like to read.
You know what's wild? Earlier, so look, me and my woman, right? Me and my girl was talking earlier, right? And she said, I'm trying to get her into doing content and filming and doing stuff. She felt like she's happy and excited to do it, but I told her to let it flow natural. And she said she's trying to let it flow natural, which it takes practice. It's not, you know what I mean? It takes practice. She said that she feels like that's what that is. That's putting on like you're putting on a mask, like you're being fake and pretending to be someone that you're not. And it's like people do that, but I had to explain to her very, very specific that a lot of people do not do that. You have to find the real, authentic people that they, even if they add some more hype and energy to their videos, you know what I mean, on certain times. You know what I'm saying? Maybe how they dress. You see what I'm saying? Anything could be different of how they really want to portray themselves. That's up to them. That's their prerogative, right? But there are people that are literally a completely different person online than they are in real life, and they're pretending to be a character online. You know what I'm saying? So it's just, long story short, me and my girl were just talking about that briefly, and it was just like, it's crazy that Flacco, now we're sitting here talking about Brittany Renner. Brittany Renner don't even know who the fuck she is. You see what I'm saying? She don't know what the fuck she want to do, who she is, what religion.
Just being yourself be a whole lot easier. But just like, she pretended to be a girl who loved to read
books. They don't even know who they are.
She also bastardized and pretended, to be a Muslim. Okay, when she had no intentions whatsoever of ever engaging or following Islam long term. She did address during this episode why she played with these folks' religion, why she wore the hijab, pretended to be Muslim just for Instagram, just to hop right back on Instagram a couple months later in booty shorts showing cheeks with no hijab, claiming that Islam is just not for you. So she addressed it, but she spent much of the episode conditioning us. And we didn't know we were being conditioned, but she was conditioning us to not be so harsh when we finally hear the reason why she decided to play with Islam, right? So she starts off by claiming that, like she transitioned to Islam because she was bored.
When people question how I got to Islam, this was nothing that happened overnight. I felt like I was at my wit's end. I also was very bored with social media because I felt like I mastered it. I mastered the trolling. I mastered the sexy. I sneeze, I'm on the shade room. Where is the challenge?
So, key word. What was hey, boys and girls, what was the key word out of that sentence? Bored. You were bored, which means you had to find something else to satisfy your boredom and to get rid of your boredom. So you then was like, okay, well, I'm tired of social media. This is boring and that's boring. So it's like, as she's explaining herself, she's really telling on herself. Like, I don't understand, bruh. And then, like, she looks, what is this? What hairdo is this? What is going on with these people, bruh?
Engaging or following Islam long term. She did address during this episode why she played with these folks' religion, why she wore the hijab, pretended to be Muslim, just for Instagram, just to hop right back on Instagram a couple months later in booty shorts showing cheeks with no hijab, claiming that Islam is just not for you. So she addressed it, but she spent much of the episode conditioning us. And we didn't know we were being conditioned, but she was conditioning us to not be so harsh when we finally hear the reason why she decided to play with Islam, right? So she starts off by claiming that, she transitioned to Islam because she was bored.
When people question how I got to Islam, this was nothing that happened overnight. I felt like I was at my wit's end. I also was very bored with social media because I felt like I mastered it. I mastered the trolling. I mastered the sexy. I sneeze, I'm on the shade room. Where is the challenge?
Some people get bored and they go back to college, they start a new business, they get a new hobby. Facts. She got a new religion, okay?
Because you're bored, weird ass bitch.
It's just more brain rot. Like, she goes on to explain how her converting to Muslim was her way in being modest. She felt like she needed a way to stop, like dressing like a bop, stop wearing revealing things, right? Stop showing her Libya print to the internet. So Muslim was her way of dressing modest. And I'm just sitting back like, if only there was a way to act modest without adopting a religion you don't believe in.
I am more than what I am portraying. Feel like I'm more than this. That was the initial thought, the initial spark. And then it rolled into being drawn to Islam, Pacific Ocean. I know that I'm more than this. How do I get out of this? Because I don't know how I'm going to pay my bills if I'm not doing what I've always done. And it's kind of like being a drug dealer. You're like, I'm used to this type of money. What happens when I don't want to do that anymore? What happens now that I want to make legitimate money? What does that look like for me? I was being drawn to Islam in 2024. This was my purification process. I'm more than my body. I'm more than the sexy. I'm tired of feeling like a circus animal. And
herself. When she says this was my purification process, we know what that meant. Every bop transitioned to religion for the purification, right? They reach a point in their bopness where they have a hard time getting a man to take them seriously. They have a hard time getting rid of the stigma surrounding their name. They have a hard time outrunning their reputation. So they transition to religion so they can now be viewed as whole and born again. And that's what she did. Brittany Renner transitioned to Islam to sleep with a married man, bruh. It's really that simple from my perspective.
Allahu Akbar. When I originally joined Instagram July of 2012, I joined for two reasons: validation and male attention. And now that I no longer need either of those things, I am developing a new relationship with just social media itself. So my posting has been a bit inconsistent. I have been Muslim for 5 months and I love it here. I haven't had a drink in 6 months. Haven't had sex in 8 months, and I changed my number 4 months ago. So if you went green, now you know why. This has been a really beautiful purification process for me of the mind, heart, body, and soul, and an opportunity for me to meet myself deeper. What I have discovered is how deserving I have always been and am. Even with wearing the hijab, trusting so much so.
This chick is a sociopath, bro. Don't buy nothing she's saying right. Bunk everything she done said in this video and she said right now. The reason why she really became Muslim, in my opinion, from my perspective, is so she can start messing with a married man. This chick is crafty, bro. Kevin Gates is Muslim. She knows he can have multiple wives. She wanted to be one of his wives. So she became Muslim and popped out married to Kevin Gates shortly after.
What the fuck?
I've been seeing y'all courtside. He referred to you as his wife in videos. Is this confirmed? Like, okay, like.
Fucking
Not
what?
my cousin. Where did y'all get?
Bro, are you kidding me right now?
So, that's
y'all
what's
serious?
up. Congratulations. How is it being a wife? Like, what's your favorite part about being a wife?
Go ahead, talk.
Being with the person that I love the most.
Yeah.
His name echoes in every chamber of my heart. So to be able to experience life with him has really just been a dream come true.
Yeah.
Look at Kevin.
On the show, have the girls been acceptance to your new faith as well on the show? Or did you feel like you had to fight for that as well?
Again, I don't answer to mortals about, anything like that. But we got married April 6th and divorced May 28th.
Sheer divorce.
But there was a 90-day waiting period, and it's like.
Hey, dog. Kevin just wanted to hit that real quick and bounce. He wasn't worried about nothing else. That's man. And then she's just a hoe and goofy. She's delusional. I can't wait to see everybody when they're like in their 40s and 50s. Oh my God, it's gonna be fucking scary. Like fucking monsters under the bed.